Guys, we're back with another Pokitto video, and I thought we'd check out how much storage you need for a device like this. Now, this one came with 2 GB of storage via a micro SD card that was sent to me. I'm not sure if everyone gets this in their package, so we'll just take a look and see how much space that is actually that is used up right now on the device. I've plugged it into that little green thing that I was sent, and I've plugged it in, and you can see here that we've actually got 1.84 gigs of 1.87, which means these are literally 36 kilobytes a piece, so they are pretty damn tiny. And if all the games are like that, I wonder how big that game is that I really enjoy. Where is it? There's one I showed in last week's video, and I can't remember what the name was now. Polar, that was it. 71 kilobytes, man. That's pretty insane. Like how small that is for what he's got in there. But yeah, so with a 2 GB card, I think personally that's overkill. I think you should get away with a 1 GB card, potentially, because someone on the forum has just put out this really cool new thing. It's apparently you drop a Gameboy ROM into this website here, which I'll link down below, and it will convert it. So it says .gb or .zip, so we will need a Game Boy, not a Game Boy Color. Drop it there, and apparently it will change it for you to a file that the Pokitto can handle. If I do get mixed up with the Pocket Chip and Pokitto, it's purely and simply because obviously Pocket Chip's like something I've been working on for, well, let's say something I've been doing videos on for ages, so I'm kind of used to saying Pocket Chip now. But yeah, Pokitto, they're all similar. So we've got GB here, and I've got one version, yes, the rude version of Pokemon, which obviously is probably not recommended to show, but who cares? We shall copy it anyway and see if it even runs, because it's doubtful it will. This is more of a concept thing, I think. Bad Mapper 19 we've got up on the right there. So we can see there's actually some games that have already been tried here. Prince of Persia, Sensible Soccer, Castlevania, Turrican, and Asteroids. So we can actually, can we download? What the hell? I am really confused right now. Border. We'll choose Castlevania 2 border. No. What should we choose? We can choose a border. We'll just go black because why not? I don't know if these are games that are tried or if these are like you click to drag them. I'm not sure. I mean, we can't really. Let's check out the forum post. So I actually found it over in community. So we'll go back to the community right now, and we'll go into something called games, which should be down here somewhere, which will be in Pokitto software. Where's Pokitto software? Hopefully. Yeah, we'll just type in here, games, and we'll enter. It may not be here then. How did I find it before? I think I clicked on this, and then I clicked on games here. Ah, so it's in Pokitto programming. And then here is where he's put the Game Boy emulator, and he basically says that you pick a border, color scheme, and then you drag and drop Game Boy ROMs inside, and it's always good to use private incognito browsing to be sure the browser cache doesn't give you an outdated build, and if you make a good looking palette, export and share it here. So basically these colors I think you choose for the game, because Game Boy is black and white, so we can choose a color palette, I guess, and then we can get Game Boy game. So I'm going to get a Game Boy game, and then I'm going to come back to you. Okay, so I tried Super Mario Land. I tried quite a few different games here, you can see. So far I've tried a few. Super Mario Land actually gives me this link, so I'm going to click it, and it's downloaded a .bin file. So we shall move this .bin file over to the Pokitto, and then we shall try it. And it looks like we just whack them pretty much onto the root of the drive, and then we'll plug it in and see if it runs. Now there is a difference by the looks of it between file types. Obviously there was anyway, but you've got GBC, which is Game Boy Color, and .gb, and I've tried a couple of. The Pokemon Red was .gb, and so was the other Pokemon. But then I tried a couple of GBC. So I'm thinking maybe there's a super limited amount of games that maybe require certain things that this thing will not convert yet. I say yet because there's always a possibility. But anyway, we've whacked that over now, instead of me knocking the camera. We've whacked it over onto the card, so we should just be able to come off that and take it out and put the card into the Pokitto, and it will now show up as a .bin file as opposed to another file. It'd be interesting to see what it's done to the color palette as well, or if that thing, because I don't quite understand why they're asking us for that, but I guess we shall find out if it's changed the color palette on Mario at all, if Mario even runs, that is. But yes, maybe certain games are going to be incompatible at the moment. So we'll turn it on, and we'll press C, and then we shall head down. Now hopefully it will be on here. I'm going to have to move this away from the viewfinder for a second, just so that I can see. Where will it be? There's Mario that was already on here. Will it be Super Mario? It's right at the bottom, the last one in the list. And to basically to run this, we just press the A button. And yes, we want to load the program. It'd be interesting if we get sound on this. I'm not sure. I didn't really read through the forum too much, so there may not be sound yet. But flaming shaky hands, man. I need to drink more alcohol. That way my hands would be less shaky. Right. Obviously, I want to show more on this like as soon as possible, and I have been digging through forums on stuff to show you. I've just been super busy. Okay, so it's basically loaded the game, and now we should just not press C for loader, and as you can see we can now start the game if we press the A button. Is it the A button? Yeah, we can start, but it doesn't mean it's necessarily going to work. Oh, we press the C button to start. Oh my god, there's no sound, but it's full speed. Like, whoa, this is incredible. Oh, the color palette has been changed, so you do choose the color palette on the website. But look at that, it's like running super duper full speed. Let me see if I can get it in a bit more. I like the fact you can change the color palette. It makes it look a bit cooler. So currently there's zero sound. If I look at this to the naked eye, yeah, the color palette's definitely changed, like browns and stuff. But hopefully they will have like a default, or they'll name the color palettes after the game so that we get the correct ones. Because you can't really, it doesn't seem you can choose one without a color palette, which is a bit weird. But potentially, like, Mario is perfectly playable right now, which is super cool, like really damn cool. And that is basically how you do it. It's just drag and drop, man. This is so simple. Way simpler than the Pocket Chip, because there's no real like coding involved or messing with the terminal. You know, it's just a case of drag, drop, and away you go. And I'm not very good at Mario, but yeah, there you go, guys. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I thought I'd do something a little bit different this time. I'm probably going to play around with this a little bit more and see what games I can get running, because it'd be super cool to get some awesome, some other awesome games running on here. It does make the screen a little smaller on the actual Pokitto. Maybe in the future they'll find a way to make that a little bit bigger, or maybe it's just a hardware restraint as to why it's not. But for now, it's definitely a viable way. Let me know if you guys check this out in your Pokittos, if you've had a look at some games that are running on this. Before I go, you want to meet my new dog? Ted? There is Ted. That's my new dog. I only got him about a week ago now, so yeah, pretty sweet. So if you like this video, hit the like button, guys. If you didn't, hit the dislike button, and if you want to see more, then please do let me know in the comment section below. I'll see you very soon. Cheers.